Welcome, 21st century students. You have the chance for a new renaissance even beyond Florence. As Socrates called citizens, you have the chance to change the world with education and culture stronger than coronavirus power. The Romantic Age lecture. Romanticism derives from the French Romance with reference to languages and quirks derivation from Latin. Romantic means emotions, evocation, and imagination exaltation in composition beyond reality and reason, with nature as God's expression. Romantic poets' mediation between man and nature shapes into the ideal vision of liberty and beauty in the emphasis of individual personal features of the romantic rebel personality. Solitary, mysteriously and darkly handsome, gentle and intellectual, and society convention, exclusion. In the Romantic Age, there is childhood and corruption, admiration, sensitiveness, excellence, close to God and nature, far from civilization and adulthood corruption. There is also exotic escape, admiration, from Jean-Jacques Rousseau, inspiration far from time and space. Romantic aesthetics technique is free from rules and focuses on individual style, choice. From blank verse to several verse, verbs use. Black is as the forerunner of the two generations of the Romantic poets. In his Songs of Innocence and Songs of Experience, you may find the opposition between childhood and adulthood different, reality, perception. Regarding the Romantic poets' first generation, with Wordsworth and Coleridge's preface to lyrical ballads, we might consider it as the manifesto of the Romantic poetry, even with difference. Wordsworth's activity is about man and nature interaction and everyday situation, nature, beauty, and ordinary topics. Coleridge's creativity is about visionary and mystery topics. In the Rime of the Ancient Mariner, there is nature and supernature, that is, nature with the albatross and the sea, and supernatural with mariner's crime as the symbol of sin voyage from sin to damnation and redemption. Regarding the second generation of Romantic poets, with Byron, P.B. Shelley, and Keats, in the clash between real and ideal world, you may find the escape solution. In Byron's escape from social and moral convention with the Byronic hero, rebel, proud, brave, personality in liberty, in art and nature beauty. Like in Manfred, like a magician, in contact with nature, earth, air, water, spirits. With Manfred himself narration and other characters' perspectives. And P.B. Shelley's Hope Escape, with Prometheus from Aeschylus' Greek tragedy. Prometheus challenges gods, and in his defense of poetry, You see, there is imagination like revolution, experimentation. In kids, art is keeping to classical beauty, classical Greek world beauty, inspiration from, like in a older Grecian art. And in kids' beauty contemplation, you may find both physical beauty and spiritual beauty. Physical beauty with life connection and spiritual beauty with eternity connection. Physical beauty through senses perception from nature, and spiritual beauty as emotions source. In La Belle dans Saint Merci, medieval ballad imitation, with the night's exhalation, with natural desolate wasteland, the supernatural lady's addendum like in Coleridge's natural and supernatural interaction. Now let's go to romantic prose. We make three type distinction: the Gothic novel, the novel of manners, and the historical novel. And four reference notes, that is characters, technique, place, and action. Let's go to the Gothic novel. Example, Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. Characters, generally speaking, are heroes with hero-villain opposition, with supernatural creatures such as ghosts and monsters. Main characters in Frankenstein are Frankenstein the scientist and Frankenstein the monster. The technique, you have complex plots, and in Frankenstein you have epistolary style for. Place, you have castles and prisons, generally speaking, and in Frankenstein you have Europe, North Pole, and especially the science laboratory place. Regarding the action, you have evil and horror events, and the opposition between light and darkness. And in Frankenstein you have science, nature, conflict, and discovery ambition beyond nature creation secrets. Let's go to the novel of manners or social novel, like Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice. Let's go to generally speaking characters, that is higher middle class society. And regarding the novel, Elizabeth Bennet family is the protagonist, and the technique, you may find the third person narration, and the place is the English countryside, and the action is marriage and money, that is, there is marriage playing as a solution to get economical and social status position. Now let's go to the historical novel with Scott and Manzoni in Italy. Let's go to characters, technique, place, and action. Generally speaking, characters are national heroes. Technique, you have the mix between history, reality, and fancy, like Milan Plague in Manzoni's Promessi Sposi. And regarding the place, you have national identity language with national location. And about the action, you have historical events and man's choice decisions.